Welcome back to the Too Fast channel. In today's unboxing video, we're going to be taking a look at a 3-axis gimbal for sport action cameras. This 3-axis gimbal is called the Falcon and it is made by Inkee, I-N-K-E-E. I'll put the link to this in the description of the video. You can purchase it from Amazon for $119 or directly from Inkee's website. Now this Falcon is listed as being compatible with the GoPro 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 via Bluetooth. It is also compatible with the Osmo Action and the Insta360. Now I don't personally own any of those cameras, so I can't test the Bluetooth integration, but I do have a inexpensive sport action camera that I will test with this today. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at the Falcon. The packaging on this, nice glossy white box, a little bit of information on the side, some info on the back, which talks about the product contents. We have the gimbal, a charging cable, a tripod, a screw for the camera, actually two different types of screws, two types of hex wrenches, a carry pouch, and a quick start guide. This is, let's see if there's anything else, made in China. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look and see what we've got inside the box. Our quick start installation guide. We'll take a look at that later. Another guide. I don't know if this is the same one, just in multiple languages. I'll take a look at that. Packaging contents, kind of a plastic, molded plastic insert for this particular gimbal. We'll start off with the grip tripod mount. This is the same type of grip tripod mount that comes with the electric eel. I find this nicely made. It is plastic, texturized rubber on the top, 1/4-inch screw right there. We have a velvety type of gray carry bag. It's not padded or anything, but it will protect your components from getting scratched up and or dirty. This plastic bag here, we've got okay, we have a USB-C charging cable. This does not come with a power brick, so to charge this gimbal you would plug it into your computer or laptop or use your charging brick from one of your cell phones, and it is a USB-C cable. There are 2 hex keys for making adjustments, and there are 2 bolts to hold your action camera in. There's the larger one, which you can manipulate with your fingers, and there's a smaller one that uses one of the hex keys. So you can use either of these. This is a quick release one. This one definitely requires a tool, but if you've got clearance issues, you've got the small one and you've got the large one if you don't have clearance issues. And let's get the gimbal out. Okay, there we go. So, looking at the gimbal, you've got the mounting facility right there for your action camera, power button, your mode button. You've got this joystick toggle for moving the action camera up and down. On the sides, you've got, I believe these are Bluetooth integration for recording and snapping pictures and such. And then you've got a button on the back, and you've got your charging port. And on the bottom, you have your standard 1/4-inch brass threaded insert. Now you can put this on a tripod if you have a larger tripod, and of course you can use the smaller tripod, which doubles as a grip. This comes in handy if you're doing like a panoramic shots with camera. Okay, so I've got a small action camera here. This is a Wongku. This does not have Bluetooth or wireless or anything in it. It's a real basic little camera. This particular camera comes with a bunch of accessories, and I'm using this accessory right here to get our camera installed. And we're going to want to install it like so. So you want the camera butted up against here, and you want to get that inserted so the screw holes line up like so. And then you can insert this in and screw it down. Now, if we look at the back over here, my camera fits perfect on here because I've already adjusted this off camera. The smaller Allen key fits right in here, and if you loosen this up, you can move this back and forth. So for larger action cams, you can move this out. So I actually adjusted it already and moved it in. Alright, so let's move on and power up this unit. Alright, let's go ahead and power this up. If we press and hold the button on the front with the red dot on it, we'll get a double beep. The lights will light up. The unit will align. You can see that this is already all set up. I didn't have to tweak any of the settings to get this in proper alignment. You've got, if we press the button quickly, the blue lights will light up indicating the state of the battery. And I've got, I think, 3 out of the 4 blue LEDs. So that tells me I'm about 75% charge. I wanted also to mention that the adjustment screw back here that allows you to adjust for the width of your camera, you can also make some other adjustments here to get your camera properly aligned and centered on the gimbal. I personally did not have to mess with any other settings aside from this one to get this little camera set up. But you do have that capability that's detailed out in their long instruction manual. So the front controls, the M controls our modes, and then this little joystick here allows us to pan and tilt the camera manually. Okay. So the M button toggles through the modes. The right side here, this particular button is for time-lapse, record, and photo. Now the larger button on the back right here, that's referred to as the trigger button. If you press and hold that, that will take you into GL mode. Releasing it will put you back in the previous mode. Double press is an angle reset. It resets the tilt axis and the pan axis, and that returns to the initial position. And a 3-time press is selfie mode. Pan axis rotate 180 degrees relative to initial position. Tilt axis reset at the same time. So in theory, there we go. So that's selfie mode right there. So that's the buttons. On the side are USB charging port. So that's basically it for the buttons. Now the modes are, by default it comes up in PF mode, which is pan following, HL mode, is pan tilt following. FPV is 3-axis following. And then you've got vertical mode, flashlight mode, and lock mode. So those are basically all of the different mode functions and the controls on this particular unit. I've used this just a little bit with this particular camera. And I found that it definitely does its job. So this particular action camera does not have any type of image stabilization built into it. So just walking around, the video with this action cam is very jittery, but using this gimbal is very smooth. You can do quite a bit with this action camera when you use it with a gimbal. You can get really, really good video with it. If you're just walking around, like I'll do a lot of car shows, and I'm walking around and I'm talking and the camera's bouncing up and down. I've got the same problem with my cell phone as well as this action cam. So the gimbal comes in real handy for stabilizing your images, and it's a pity I don't have a better action cam to demonstrate the Bluetooth functionality, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, I should also mention that there is a flashlight shooting mode for low angles that allows you to basically do this. The time-lapse shooting, which also I can't demonstrate. And there's a vertical shooting mode that will basically tilt the camera vertically. The battery is a 2500 milliamp battery. And that's basically all of the specs I have for this particular camera. The build quality of the Inkee products is absolutely fine, especially at this price point. The functionality of the item, it functions as advertised. It appears to be very well built. With the testing that I've done on this so far, I haven't had any issues whatsoever. Out of the box, minimal adjustments to get it working with my action camera, and that's about it. The instructions are, there's a lot of instructions, very detailed instructions for making fine-tune adjustments, entering all the different modes and testing the different modes. Unfortunately, because I don't have Bluetooth on this, I can't test a lot of those, so it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Anyway, that's more or less going to wrap up this tabletop unboxing and semi-test of the Inkee Falcon 3-axis stabilizer for action cameras, available on Amazon or Inkee's website for $119. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.